Hello and welcome to the 265th, edition of Cinema Effect. I'm Liam. I'm joined by Sarkaz, Zach. Hello.
Hello. Pleasure to be here today.
Oh, that's alright. And Disney's number one fan. Are we doing that now, or is it still?
We haven't done nicknames in like 60 episodes, haven't we?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I forgot about that.
The nicknames.
I mean,
that's fine. That's fine.
Back to the golden days, you know. But today we're doing a glorious poll win for myself. The butterfly effect. Shout out to the poll participators. You know, Epic-tastic, Joshua. Shout out to him.
Who did Josh vote for?
Yeah, what was your film?
Darkest Hour.
Oh, no, I think he went butterfly effect. I think he knows what's up. I think he went with the victors.
I'll remember that.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a 2004. Is that what it is? 2005, 2004.
Yeah, I think
2004.
Yeah. Sci-fi film. Ashton Kutcher. Logan Lerman as a kid. That was interesting. And yeah, it's about this guy who travels back in time by reading his journals, and that affects his whole life, changes everything, like Back to the Future kind of. But he has these blackouts and these memory reconstructions. So what do you think of this film, Zach?
Oh, he's starting with me. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I'm very curious how you guys are going to feel about this one. But I got to say, shout out to the Instagram voters because this movie absolutely slaps. I was shocked how thoroughly entertained I was by this thing from start to finish. In the first 10 minutes, some crazy shit was already going down. And I'm like, is this going to be an Amelie situation where it's just got a killer opening and no legs? Okay. Or it was also like that first 10 minutes also had B-movie energy. And I'm like, is this going to be so bad it's good? Like this could go a few different ways here. But I was seeing some things for sure. But in the end, I don't know, the film is just so exaggerated and extreme and at times overly dramatic in all the right ways. But it just never quite crosses into that territory of being an ironic watch for me or anything like that. I genuinely like this movie. I'm not trying to get it twisted or anything. Because at its core, I do think the larger, the tapestry of it works emotionally. So yeah, I've got genuinely, this movie is just super entertaining. Some crazy shit, laughing a lot, but also at the end of the day, I cared, so it worked. And considering I knew nothing about this film and had no expectations, this is a shocking win for the Instagram poll voters. You guys normally suck when you don't vote for my film, but this one I've got to give you credit where it's due, and to Fitzy for choosing it. So thank you for that, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't think this would be the film that you'd praise the viewers for, but that's good. That's surprising. Jaden, how about you?
Yeah,
what do you think?
I'm pretty on par with Zach. I watched the director's cut. I'll get that one out of the way.
Wow.
That is just Rude. My DVD was the director's cut.
Well, I saw some Letterboxd reviews saying that there was a cool ending in the alternate.
The ending is totally different. It's nothing remotely the same.
Yeah, it's funny as shit.
Oh yeah, we'll get into that. That's
I think the director's cut is the perfect example of Zach's point about teetering that line of maximalist but never crossing into the too far territory. Because I think it's really cool. I think for a lot of people it probably is too far, but I think it's a very fun and very cool way to tie up the film. I really enjoyed it a lot. I think which once again wasn't expecting. I was kind of expecting something a bit more sloshy, a bit more, B movie ploppy.
Yeah.
And I fucked with it, all of it. Like from the get go, I thought it felt kind of like its Final Destination, and then it made sense that these guys made a couple of Final Destinations. Not that people are like dying and shit. I mean, sometimes they are, but like, I don't know. It just had that feel of like the early 2000s like kind of Final Destinations for me personally.
Yeah.
So that was cool. I just like the movie plays out in a cool way, where like it just, I don't know how to describe it. It just feels like it's just like a montage of scenes rather than like an actual like story flow. Do you guys feel that? I don't know. Like, cause like it just feels like it just like shows us like bit to bit to bit to bit rather than like being like a kind of thing. And like I'm sure part of that feeling is because of how jumbled up it is in order, but also like even like when it's just like in order from like like in his college days, like when you just like go through a day, like the way that the way the scenes are cut together, it just feels like you're like, all right, let's film this, and like you stop it, and you're like, that's a project, and then like you film a separate project, and it just feel like it's like all stitched together. I don't know.
It's like a collage.
Yeah, well, that's what it felt like to me. Yeah, like yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Really, collage. I don't know. It was a cool feeling though.
Okay. Yeah, I think I pretty much got the same thing that you guys got from this film. I thought it was like really entertaining in the same kind of schlocky but not too schlocky like 2000s way, and yeah, I mean I think it delivered on its premise. I don't know, like I wasn't too emotionally invested in it, but I do think this film just kind of has strong entertainment value, I guess. And the structure, I guess, like I do kind of see what you're saying about the structure in the way that like it kind of threw you around a lot, to different extremes very quickly. Like when he starts, traveling, well, not traveling, but changing his history, personal history, I guess. So that was cool. It was never like slow or anything. I'm never too serious about that. So that worked really well. But yeah, how'd you guys were you guys like invested in Kutcher's character itself? Because I think he does. I think he's like. I mean, he's really good in this movie. I think he's a good actor. He plays like an angry character. The kind of indignation. I think that's what he does really well. But like, did you guys feel for him? Were you guys feeling shit in this movie because of Kutcher, or was it just like pure entertainment value?
No, I was. I liked him quite a lot in the movie. I kind of had no... I don't know, these days I just kind of associate him as being like just one of those... I know like he is an actor, but I don't know, I just kind of associate him with Two and a Half Men and just being one of those like actors that are sort of just more so like celebrity than actor, if that makes sense. Like they're sort of just known for being themselves more so than anything else. So like going back to like him actually in this role in like I presume was probably his peak time of being an actual actor, I didn't really expect anything that great or anything, but he exceeded my expectations, definitely. I thought mainly, I mean, I think like the main emotional core of the movie is his relationship with Kaylee, and I'm curious. It sounds like I think we all agree on the entertainment value of the film for sure. This might be the part where we slightly differ. But I thought that stuff really worked, and I think it mainly really works because of their chemistry. In like any major scene that they had where they had like some sort of like real serious deep conversation, like I bought it, and I thought he was really solid in it all. And I like your point about the indignation because, yeah, like I don't know, like the timeline that he gets where he ends up being an amputee. I thought that was genuinely quite well acted. Like just how just like the color grading in it. Oh no, was that? Oh no, the prison. Sorry, I'm getting things mixed up. But like, I think he had really crazy like pale makeup in that one, which is a bit over the top.
Yeah,
yeah.
But that sort of adds to the exaggerated feel of the whole thing. But no, I thought his performance in that was quite good, and that was one of my favorite scenes actually when like he has that conversation with her, and he's like, "What if we could be together?" And just his sadness there was quite palpable. Yeah. So no, I'm a Kushta. What's it? Kucha.
Kushta?
Kucha. I don't want to say Kucha. That's weird.
It's fun.
You can say it, Jaden, but I'm a fan of him in this film.
Yeah, my emotions didn't really elicit from Kucha. It was pretty much purely Kaylee. I don't think I've really felt so much empathy for a character so quickly in a long time. I mean, like this poor girl, man. I mean, like they put her through the shits, so like I mean, obviously it's natural to feel that way. It's not like it's not like there was like any crazy techniques or anything. It's just like she had like a terrible life.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I definitely felt.
What do you guys think of like the way we started off with like the childhood scenes, and the blackouts?
I was a bit worried that my DVD was like faulty and that like it started like halfway through the movie. Because I thought like maybe we're already in like a flashback like halfway through. I thought like maybe JB Hi-Fi sold me a Dutch product.
Yeah.
But then like I was like no, I just didn't stick with it. I need to trust it. Yeah. So there was this overwhelming sense of like worry at the start, but like not because of like anything happening, just because like
right. Because there's a better thing going on.
Reasons.
Yeah, because I might have wasted my $18. Yeah.
No, the opening. The whole thing, yeah. It pulled me in. It was a lot. It was like,
oh yeah.
I was like, how does this film got anything left? Like after this, like I think I hit pause like 25 minutes in, and I'm like, dude, how has this movie done this much? Like in this 25 minutes, it's fucking insane. The amount of people that have died and the amount of shit that's going on, and the amount of like huge traumatizing events that have occurred to these characters. I'm like, goddamn. But obviously, I understand now that. It was like laying the groundwork for all of the events that he's going to go back to. So like, okay, that makes sense. But the sudden like blackout flash forwards, that's sort of the thing that makes I think the opening part most unique. Is that they're sort of just in the middle of a scene, and then maybe to Jan's point about the DVD feeling faulty, it's like the fucking disc was scratched or some shit because then it just like skips forward, and this happens like 4 or 5 times. And that was quite unique. So that was keeping me on my toes for sure. After that happened the first time, I was on my toes, like waiting to see what the hell was going on in each scene, and it was just like thinking this shit can cut at any second, and it did. So I thought the opening was exciting for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think the child acting is pretty good. I mean, there is that kind of one scene in the movie theater where like, where you have like little angry like Tommy, and it's kind of cringe. But like apart from that, these scenes with the kids are pretty good, and yeah, they do lay the groundwork for the rest of the film. And they just have this like feel to them that they're like memories, because everything's like really bright. They got the color tint kind of up. It feels like everything's like kind of sunny. Feels like childhood. So yeah, no, it was an interesting start because it's like 20 minutes of like, these scenes with them as kids, and then, we skip 7 years with, we skip 7 years after he's like a teenager. So, yeah.
Did Tommy not look like Josh Hutcherson at like every stage of his life?
Oh, my mom thought it was Josh. My mom,
dude, literally like the kid version, and then like in like the teenage version, I was like, oh, that still looks like him. I was like, maybe this one's Josh Hutcherson, and then even the adult one, I'm like, oh, I can see
yeah. At the funeral, when you see the adult version for the first time, it kind of looks like Josh.
Yeah, dude, that's all I thought it was. Tommy.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's true. Tommy's a menace, man. Tommy is a force of nature in this movie. It's like every timeline, Tommy was a total disaster, except like, I guess like, was it the second last one? I guess it was like the third last one. There was the one where he was like the good college kid or whatever. It was like the only one. I was like, holy shit, this guy. I mean, every actor got to play like a really deranged version and then a really happy version, so it made sense. He got his time. But like, what? Dude, when he That scene was so funny when he beat the shit out of the dude in the movie lobby.
Yeah. Yeah.
He totally wasted him. I don't even know why.
Yeah, it's like twice his height, and he just hit him with a fucking pole. And God, that was funny.
That was still in the territory of like, I still wasn't sure if like this was going to go full B movie direction. And when I saw that, that was definitely a point in that direction.
Yeah, I mean the look, the stare into the camera as well was like, that was pure schlock. Yeah,
it was hilarious.
So okay, I mean some preconceptions I had about this film. First of all, I thought it'd be like a lot larger kind of scale, because like the quote about the butterfly effect is like a butterfly, in one country can affect a typhoon in another. So I thought it would be a kind of like world events kind of thing. So I wasn't expecting it to just be about his personal history, but also like when he's at uni, I thought, what's he gonna? Is he gonna like is it gonna be some kind of time machine or something? But like no, he just has powers. He's technically a superhero. So that's genetic as well because his dad had it, which was cool. That was a cool kind of, like they came back to that later in a cool kind of way when they had that conversation. Yeah. And like the actual mechanism was interesting as well, like him inhabiting the kid's body, I don't think I was expecting that either. So, I mean, this film does the time travel concept in like an interesting enough way, to where it's, unique, different. The blackouts as well add to that. Because like you constantly have parts of those earlier, you constantly have like earlier parts of the film that are going to be revealed later. So like it's a slow kind of, slow kind of drop or whatever, slow feed of all the context. So how do you guys feel about the time travel aspect of it?
It was cool. So whenever he blacks out, it's not like, in terms of what comes first, it's not like he has the blackouts and then those later become the moments that he can go back to. It's literally like the blackouts were caused by him going back to them. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
I guess.
Yeah, they must.
So it's like
okay. I thought it was to do with his memory though, but I don't know.
Well, I'm just thinking about the one where like he picks up the knife in the kitchen, and in the first instance it's like, oh, I don't know, I can't remember the knife. Like he literally did it because he went back to that moment to possess himself to go, because he was like in the middle of trying to hatch that plan. So that's how I interpreted it. Is that like the whole thing is like non-linear in that way?
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, they weren't super clear about like how the mechanism actually worked, and like I didn't think it would happen through the journals. That was kind of surprising.
Well, no, it has to be a memory thing because he uses in my version how did your version end?
Well, he uses the picture,
he uses a picture. Okay,
yeah.
So in using a picture, or in my case, a videotape, it implies that it is like triggered off memory, and like he has to be like involved in the memory rather than like like he has to be like he has to immerse himself in the memory, but it's not. So it's not him causing it because he has to force his way into it. But then they themselves are the blackout. Hold on.
Maybe it's that like the blackouts, right? Because he's like now he's remembering what happened. Those memories are so intense and immersive for him that he's able to insert himself in there. Because like with the journals, he's bringing back up memories, and whatever's like the most intense, he can kind of go back, in time into.
Yeah. Okay, and that makes sense why it's only a set amount of, because otherwise why wouldn't, I don't know, like because he has that 7-year period or whatever where he doesn't have any blackouts because there's nothing there. Like, I guess I'm just trying to figure out like why is there none in that period of time? Then is it because there was nothing that he
Nothing
wanted to
fix in his
change?
life, yeah.
Yeah, is it because there was nothing he wanted to change, or is it because he actually just couldn't because like he has no way in that time? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I think it's a bit of both, I guess. Yeah, he has no way in. They weren't like intense. They weren't pivotal moments in his life that were like really memorable. That would cause, something that would cause a blackout. I mean,
although
it's a chicken and the egg kind of question.
Yeah, they
I
seem
guess,
like trauma induced and like moving away from the trauma. It's like,
but this is the alternate ending aspect is going to come into play with this. But in ours, Fitzy, he doesn't black out. Or does it establish that he blacks out at that party where he meets her?
I don't know. I don't think it does. Because I mean, that's one of the. I mean, is that the only scene where he goes back that isn't shown in the first like 20 minutes?
Yes.
Yeah, and I don't think they say that he blacked out though. So yeah,
I guess he could have, and they just kind of skip over that, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah.
No, because so I read about that scene. So that one is him brute forcing his way into it so that he can act. Oh, hold on.
That's why I think it might be about like the intensity of the memory and how much he's able to immerse himself back into the memory. Because like if you have these like traumatic memories that you've blacked out on and they come back up, they're going to be really like strong and like vivid for you in that moment. And if his power is based on like what memory can he like actually visualize and like put himself in, then that would make sense with both the blackouts and like the last kind of memory he goes to, or the first one.
As opposed to like it's not like he just can choose any like I'm going to go back to that day I was hanging out in my room watching a movie. Like he can't. There's nothing.
But if he had a picture of it, he would be able to.
Possibly,
maybe if the memory was like
that would help, I guess, at the very least, if not make it possible. Yeah.
Liam. So in my version, he goes back to when he's in the womb and he strangles himself in the womb.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So then, what's the final shot of the movie, Jen? Like, what's the final like? What do you got there right at the end?
I'm being so honest. In that last like 3 minutes, I was letting myself like slip into my sleep just so I could get a jump start on it. So like I was pretty with it up until like the end. Like I remember seeing the end, but I don't recall exactly what it was because that's when I was letting myself slip into like my little nap.
Well, I was just curious because ours we get our version of what he chooses to go to and fix, but then we get a final scene after that, and that is the effect of it.
Sweet thing, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just wondering, would you just get black?
You get a montage of their lives being better. Is what it was actually. Now that I think about it, yeah. So you get a montage of, Kaylee and Tommy and all that being happy, but, like as kids, like happy as kids, and like I think it shows that his parents adopt a baby. I think was one of the things that was shown.
Interesting.
So like you get like a happy little montage.
Yeah, I'm just watching it now. Yeah. You're right. You're right. So that we get part of this montage as well.
Yeah.
We get that all the stuff with Kaylee growing up happy because she goes to her mum. And like then she graduates uni or whatever. Like we get that shit too, and then that's how it transitions into the final scene. But then it looks like here she gets married. Oh, okay. I'm watching it here on YouTube. She gets married to another guy here. She has a wedding, and that's the final shot of the movie. Okay, interesting. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's intense.
I like ours better, Liam. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'll have to say this. I have to say this and see what's better, but ours is a bit more audience appropriate for sure. I mean, do they do more in the alternate cut that like leans into that kind of, final destination schlocky feel to like justify that ending?
He goes to a palm reader, and the palm reader tells him that he's got no lifeline, and she's like, "You never meant to exist."
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
And then I think there was one more instance that I read that you guys didn't have, but I can't recall it. But there is like some like other stuff that
actually, I mean, I don't mind that if they have like enough of those kind of weird scenes to kind of justify it. Because I guess there are like even in our version there are some like intense choices, I guess.
Oh yeah.
So it's not the worst thing. It doesn't seem like the worst thing. Yeah, I mean, I do like our ending though. It is a nice, sweet ending.
Well, it's bittersweet. I wouldn't call it sweet.
Bittersweet, sure.
Yeah, it's bittersweet for sure.
It's literally like the Bittersweet Symphony, when he's walking on the street, like the music video.
Yeah,
so,
it's actually.
You're more right than you are, than you know.
Yeah, name one other Verve song right now.
Is it like a slowed version of Bittersweet Symphony? Bittersweet slowed plus reverb.
Yeah. 8D audio.
Yeah.
No, I loved our ending. I really did. I thought, like, obviously, killing yourself is the ultimate sacrifice. But I thought the way ours played, of him going back into the family home film, whatever it was, of their first meeting, and then like him whispering into her ear what he did, so they never became friends. That felt like a pretty, in terms of like what you were saying before, Fitzy, about like it feels like he still has to make some pretty significant decisions. Like that's pretty huge, to be honest. Like going back and possessing yourself to say that to like the love of your life, you know what I mean? And it's like I felt that in that moment, and then the way she ran off and shit, I was like, oh man, I don't know, he did the thing. He did a huge. That was a huge sacrifice, in and of itself, even though it wasn't like a death. But I felt it, and then I enjoyed like the little past lives ending. I thought it was sweet, bittersweet.
Yeah, for sure. What do we think of like all this like who was the other side character, the airplane guy?
Dude, that's fucking Foggy from fucking Daredevil. That's crazy. I didn't know he actually acted. Yeah,
he was a wild
Lenny.
Lenny,
what a guy.
That's right. Yeah. What do you guys think about like? I mean, with Lenny and Tommy and stuff, like each time they were kind of different. Like in each timeline, we got kind of different. We obviously got like a different version of what they could become. But like, do we go deeper into the character, or do we just see a different side of each of them? You know what I mean? Like. Not one of the problems with this film, but like one of the things that keeps it on like a kind of surface level for me is that like each guy is a kind of different character. It's not like with each one we kind of go deeper into who they are. I mean, we do. You could argue we maybe do that with what's the what's the girl's name?
Kaylee.
Kaylee, yeah, but probably not with Tommy and Lenny.
Yeah,
I think you get glimpses of Tommy. I think you understand better a little bit in like in like the first time you see him watching from the stairs, you don't really understand why. Yeah, but like the second time you see him on the stairs, it's very contextualized, and you understand like he's not his father's favorite, and there's like some other things going on there, and like
cool,
it's like there's like shit happening. I think you get like a little bit more into him. And I think every time you understand a little bit more in his behavior as to like why he's protecting his sister in the way that he is. And like I think at first you're just like, oh, why is he like so overprotected? Like it's like whatever.
Right. Yeah.
But then like you're like, oh, it's because he's got like a shit home life. And you're like, so he's like he sees what his dad does, so like he needs like protect her from everything else as well.
Good point, because like on the surface, like his overprotectiveness of her, like feels like in the schlocky vein of like, oh, you don't date my sister because she's my sister. But like that's actually not what it is though. It's no, that's a good point.
True. What do you guys think of Eric Stoltz as the dad? He's
man. Cool. Wait.
I thought that name was famous, but then I saw I only know him from Pulp Fiction. Is he in something else that you guys have seen?
Well, he was in Back to the Future, but they like pulled him out. Before, yeah, he was cast as Marty.
Michael J. Fox went back in time and forced his way into it.
Yeah. But yeah, Zemeckis pulled him out. So.
He was good because his whole thing was pretty shocking, to be honest. Like, in terms of what that scene was that they kept going back to of like the child porn stuff, it's pretty full on, and the film doesn't really warm up to it. You know,
No.
it's like one of the first things it hits you with, and I was just kind of like, God damn, we're going here. Like, yeah, can you, I don't know, give me a bit of a warm up first or something? Like, holy shit, it just went right to that. And so I was pretty shocked. I think was that the first? I don't know. No, it wasn't Evan's first blackout, was it? I think it was his second. I can't remember, but it was definitely the first time.
I think it was second one because like I think he'd already been to a psych person then at that point. I think.
Right, like the drawing might have been the first one.
Yeah, the drawing. Yes, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good point. But that was the first time like the film did the blackout, because right into the like event thing, like that it does a few times, where it's like, holy shit! Like, I thought I was just in the backyard hanging out with my friends, and then suddenly you're throwing this child porn shit on me. It's like that was a hard left turn in an effective way. So yeah, no, I dug that. And then so for this Eric dude, his turn into that side, like when he's behind the camera, like that, the way he plays that is really slimy and stuff. But I also really liked in the there's a few different versions of that scene. I think in the middle version where Evan goes back and like roasts him to don't ever put your hands on your daughter again, you fuck bag, I think he says. Like, I thought young Evan played that scene really well as well. Like, that was really well acted between the two of them, to be honest, I thought.
I thought that scene was kind of cringe because, you know, like, this dude's going to stop being a pedophile because, like, a 7-year-old yelled at him.
Well, honestly, like, sure, when you put it that way, that's kind of funny. But, like, yeah, because, like, how...
I mean, it's like the shock to the system, maybe?
It's pretty startling, like, having this kid just fucking light up on you like that. And, like, because you literally... It's like, I assume to Eric's character, like, it felt like this kid just became possessed by something because he literally...
Yeah.
That he did. But, yeah, I like that scene, yeah.
Yeah, no, Eric, I mean, he literally said, like, how are you doing this? He was very startled by that. But, yeah, Logan Lerman did pretty well as young.
Perhaps they were drugged and, like, in a suggestive state. And that's why he's like, oh, yeah, he's breaking through the suggestiveness, you know.
Oh, that's it. You've made it somehow. I didn't know that scene could get any darker, Jaden, and you made it a little darker.
Well, yeah, it was good. It was good. Everyone was good.
Were there any other major scenes that traumatized you, Fitzy?
Honestly, I didn't really fully know what happened with the Letterboxd. I mean, you didn't know until later. So that one didn't really hit me. But I mean, obviously the dog was like putting the fucking pedo stuff and then like killing the dog, like burning the dog alive within like 20 minutes of, you know, the start of the movie is pretty crazy. Like that shit just like flashbangs you, you know.
100%.
So yeah, that was kind of nuts.
It really was. I thought when they were setting that up, I thought, oh, there's no way they're going to do this. You know, like, you know, this is going to be dog's going to get out of this one, and the dog did get out of it in only one version, because
the last version, like after many attempts, yeah.
You see the burned corpse of the dog,
dude. That was fucking nuts. Are you serious? They went all the way there. But I loved how it even like the good version of that, quote unquote good version of that scene, was still fucking Lenny wasting Tommy.
Yeah, a child still got murdered. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's like, God damn, there really is no good version of this event. Jesus.
I think early on they hint because so after they put the fire, like I thought it was fireworks, but apparently it was dynamite. After they put like the thing in the letterbox, like you cut to the mum listening to a news report about like a tragic accident involving like an unknown amount of dynamite, and I was like, no way that's referring to that.
Yeah, I thought that was referring to something else.
Surely that's like an isolated incident, like and like showing like there's like bad shit that just goes on in this town.
I thought because after you saw Tommy's like smile, I thought that meant like he like did something else. That's the way I like interpreted it in that moment. But, yeah.
So I guess like there is like a little bit more of a clue as to what happened, but like my brain kind of refused to believe like that's like it was linked. Yeah.
Oh man. Oh. I will say of like all the big like event scenes, if you want to call them that, like that one was kind of like that was the most B-movie funny one, where it was like the mum comes over with their baby and the most over the top. Do you want to open the mailbox? Do you want to open the? And they fucking explode. That was actually that was pretty funny in my opinion. But like not in. I enjoyed it. I'm not like it's not a criticism. I thought it was funny.
Yeah. No, I mean, like you guys are right. Like, I don't think this movie ever. Oh, I mean, there are a few moments we talked about, but like it never gets. It's never like egregiously over the top. It finds its kind of balance. I think.
Yeah, definitely. That's why,
yeah. But like, I feel like it is egregiously over the top, but like it's just within the confines that the movie establishes, so it's okay.
Right? You think it just works?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Like that's you might be right. Like if I were to watch that scene on YouTube, I would think that's ridiculous. But within the rest of the film and the way the other scenes counterbalance it, it does just work. Because you've got that scene that I'm literally laughing at. And then you've got bloody I don't know, any one of the scenes with them the two talking to each other, like I don't know, the one in the diner, for example, we haven't talked about yet. Like slap that scene in and it's like this scene works in a whole nother way. So like they kind of just balance each other out to make something that just flows nicely, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I guess they keep the level of kind of intensity because like even when you have that kind of first 20 minutes that are so fast, as I said earlier, like the way it moves through each timeline is also very quick. Like how fast they got to kind of the prison timeline felt quick.
That was awesome.
Yeah, and then we just kept doing like 180s with different characters. So there's a constant like sense of whiplash, I guess. It's like both ways, so the neck again balances out maybe. Yeah.
I think bringing up the diner scene, I think is good and reminding me that like there actually is like quite a few conversations between characters in here that are rather decent.
I think so.
Yeah, like I think that one's an interesting one. I think the first time that he confronts Kaylee like after work, is another interesting one.
That's a good one.
Probably one of my favorites in terms of just pure quality. Kind of breaks down a bit at the end when she like runs away.
And she fucking kills herself.
A little melodramatic, but like, I think that was quite strong. And then actually, I guess that they're mostly with Kaylee as well, like the one you mentioned earlier about like the alternate timeline where she's dating Lenny and all that shit.
Yeah, I think every one-on-one conversation with them is really strong personally. I feel like you weren't quite on that wavelength with us, Fitzy, earlier.
I mean that were good. I wouldn't say that it ever resonated with me like emotionally or anything. I never got to that level, but they were like I did appreciate that they had that depth in those scenes. I did like the initial kind of outside of the diner scene, the reconnecting of old friends or whatever. That was good.
Yeah. And then I was just like, I thought that scene was quite well acted, and then like felt quite. Her reaction felt. I mean, I don't disagree with Jane's last point about the way she runs away and stuff, but I thought her reaction to like the way he was posing the questions was quite valid. And then for like literally the next scene to be that she killed herself, my jaw hit the floor. I was like, what the fuck? That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, I think she plays like the kind of shut off character in that scene really well. Kind of like resistant to any of his questions, or like opening up or anything. So that was really good.
Her makeup is also like it's like the perfect example of where the film like is not subtle at all, but like it's fine. I don't know. Like she looks in each timeline, like the way they do Amy Smart Up is just so different. And like, but like by the time you get to the goddamn like hooker version, like that shit is insanely over the top. Like the way her face, she looks like a demon or something. But I don't know. Like honestly, it didn't take me out of it. Like I noticed it and thought it was kind of like, that's kind of a lot. But
kind of just looks like in It's Always in Sunny Philadelphia, like when they go on crack, like they did the makeup the same way.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It was kind of like it's the same. It's the same thing we've been talking about this whole time, where it's like it's comedic, but somehow still strikes a balance that works. Like she just felt. I think they did do a good job of just making her feel different in each timeline. Like she felt so much different.
Yeah.
Well, obviously the crackhead is like that can kind of be put in its own silo because that's just obvious. But like even the other ones, like the bloody like the happy one. Sorority one, and then sorority one versus diner one.
Yeah, that was the big difference. And like she sold both really well. It was really I felt authentic in each one. So
yeah, like she felt like a totally different person by the time you got to sorority one.
Yeah, sorority Ashton Kutcher broke my heart after like seeing him like so cool and alt and like
right,
just like awesome, and then you just like sorority twat, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's true. What was? Can you guys explain like the whole pledges concept to me? If like if
that's what the Yankees do, isn't it?
That's like a Yankee.
Yeah,
thing?
The whole what's the word for it? Oh, I forgot the word for it. But like when they do shit like that to like get pledges initially, hazing. Yeah, that's the word. Yeah. It's like I think it's like an older thing these days, the more intense hazing stuff, because like you're not really allowed to do that stuff these days. But
have you seen like in what is it, 22 Jump Street? Like when they have to go through like the hazing process, like the rituals to join like the right to join the house.
Yeah, I mean, but you see it in like the Social Network, when they're like outside the statue or whatever, trying to get into the club, and they like have to recite all the information about Harvard stuff. But like it's just a thing for like freshmen have to like enter the club, so they have to do all this shit for
it's an excuse to bully.
Basically.
Well, I assumed it was real, but like the way it was done in this movie was like so.
I don't know if my mind's right, but I'm pretty sure there was like a crackdown on it after like someone either died or got injured.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it used to be a big thing. Like, it used to happen like a lot.
Yeah.
So I think it's not like it's not like portrayed in an exaggerated fashion in the movie.
God, that's heinous, bro. Honestly.
But I think like Ashton played that character well because he was like kind of he wasn't fully he didn't fully jive with the jock persona. He was kind of a little disgusted by the whole thing. So
because he got like inserted into
it. But like if he's redrawing his entire like life each time, why wouldn't the personality that he emerges in like be like aligned? Like why is he still his first self every time? If his like memories are getting reformed.
Did the previous version of Evan that was happy being the jock, like, did he die? Was his consciousness overwritten?
Consciousness got replaced.
I think so.
Yeah, no, a lot of Evans must have died in this movie.
I think so. Well, because even Kaylee pointed out like how different he is. It's like, I think the other one died. I think that's what happened.
And then Tommy shows up and he fucking kills him and goes to jail.
Yeah. Prison felt like, oh, actually, that's another thing that you didn't get was the scene where he actually like gets raped at night.
Oh. Shit!
Yeah. I mean, it's brief. The prisoners pay a guard or like something, and like they get let out, and then they go to his bunk, and you see him get pulled off, and then the scene cuts.
Yikes, dude! Oh my god! It's like I feel like it's worth pointing out that the prison thing feels so different. Like, first of all, I love how the second he gets in prison, like, it just goes like hyper monotone color grading.
Oh yeah.
Like, talk about again the film being not subtle, but it was like, I don't know. I just thought it was so. I was so in at that point. I just thought it was so entertaining. Of like I was just taking every curveball this film had, and was just happily catching them and just going along with it. By the time I'm like, holy shit, now we get a prison drama sequence? Like, sure. Hell yeah, why not? And like, for the fact that it wasn't even a like a memory like a timeline switch situation, like he literally
was
got in there
in the
because
college timeline. Yeah.
It was in the happy timeline because he killed the dude. That's all that happened. It's like he totally fucked up. Like he could have just stayed in the second timeline and been fine. You know?
I mean, I think the prison stuff was fun because like we got to see like his resourcefulness. Like he had to do the freaking thing where he like stabbed his hand to get out, make the guy believe in Jesus. You know.
Yeah, that dude Carlos. Shout out to Carlos.
I quite like him. Yeah, he was good.
Shout out.
Yeah, agreed.
He was a joke. But yeah, what else is there to talk about? Any other timelines I'm missing?
I'm gonna pose a question to you guys, and you're gonna hate me for it. It's gonna spark that Tenet debate, which is what I'm looking for. But like,
oh Christ, dude, I've already resisted doing that multiple times this episode. Okay. By the way, I just want to.
Okay, so maybe we leave it then.
We're late enough now.
Okay.
No, you got to.
You want to go with it? Oh.
We're late enough now in the episode. You got to do it.
Okay. So is he? Is it repeating like in each timeline that he visits? Like you know, if he forces his way back into that first instance. It's like he has to live out the happy timeline. But then, like, because like, he doesn't disappear from the timeline, you know? If you get, you know? Because, like, what's stopping him from, like, just, like, forcing his way back again, you know? Or, like...
Wait, what?
I don't know.
Forcing his way back into the same event?
Yeah, like can't he just, like... Can't he just like in the same timeline brute force his way back earlier, and then like just like skip it, you know? And then like, but then when the people like in that life get to that point, it changes.
I have no idea what you're saying.
I don't know what you mean. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I feel like I need to graph this out for myself before I can ask it. Yeah.
I mean, he burnt the journals and the pictures and stuff, right? So that was his way back.
What did he?
Oh, right. Oh, he did it now. He did our
version.
No, but
that would have.
When did he do that? I might have missed it in mine.
It was just in the good timeline after he's like done everything, and he just like.
Yeah, Jaden wouldn't have got it. It's after he's gone back and got rid of Kaylee, and he comes back and it's his life without ever meeting Kaylee, and then he burns the journals.
Oh, okay.
So he's like he's committed to this one.
Yeah,
he committed something else in that one.
Hell yeah, he did.
He did. I mean, he also try to kill himself in the bath. He did in ours when he was
Yeah.
a paraplegic.
Yeah, man. Oh, him being an amputee, that was hilarious. Because no, like
let's be careful how we frame that one.
No, but in terms of like, yeah, true. But in terms of me talking about like how much I was just so on board with all these curveballs the film was throwing, like I was, oh my god, prison, this, that, all that. Like I'm just like, hell yeah, let's go. By the time that like I was so in on the ride by that point that when we get there and it's like that slow pan down from his bed. And it's like the reveal of him having no limbs. I was just like, I knew it was coming. I'm like, yes, yes. And then he had no limbs, and I'm just started clapping. I'm just like, yes, dude. This movie just whatever it can do, it's just gonna do it. You know what I mean? I loved it.
And as you were saying, he did play he looked paler, but I feel like he was also doing something different with his face. You know, like
Dude,
it was.
They pushed his hairline back.
Actually.
I swear he had like a way more of a receding hairline. It was like back here.
Wow. I think that's the film commenting on baldness there. You know, about how in that timeline, depression leads to baldness and receding hairlines. Wow.
I like the conversation with his dad as well. You know how you can't, because he also had the ability. You know, and he ended up in the institution, and he was like, stop, you can't change it, you know. And then he was still resisting at that point, that idea that everything can't be perfect or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there was another fucking thing that happened at the start. He almost got choked by his dad. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%. That blackout from him like just sitting there and then, bam. That must have been traumatizing for sure.
Yeah. Do you guys have like anything else? I'm not sure what else I have.
I have got this one trivia I want to read in relation to in relation to Jaden's ending, if that's all right. I mean, first of all, there was this trivia about how like Evan, what's his name? Evan Treborn. His name is like a play on event reborn is what it's meant to be.
And it was meant to be Chris, and it was meant to be Christ. And I was like,
Christ reborn.
That's so much better.
Yeah. So this plays into Jaden's ending, which I thought was quite interesting. Evan's mother makes mention of having previous late-term miscarriages before Evan was finally born. This information does more than just set the stage for the alternate ending in which Evan watches his birth video and strangles himself. It also adds intrigue as to whether those deaths were natural, or if perhaps Evan had siblings who suffered the same fate and decided to end their own lives just before being born as well.
Wow.
That's fucked. There's like 4 different sequels you can do of just like all these siblings.
Did you know that there is a 2 and a 3 apparently?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
It's apparently it's got a different cast though. I don't know nothing about it. I just only saw it now when I
Well, that makes sense. Like you do a whole different person. Like, oh my god, I hope they're probably going to be really bad, aren't they?
I'm pretty sure they'll direct DVD stuff. So yeah.
Shit. Oh yeah, they got really bad scores. Fuck. I was hoping. I was gonna watch that shit at midnight tonight if it was good.
Anyone famous that's worth watching them for?
Isn't Mila Kunis is an American Psycho too, isn't she?
Yeah.
So
oh wow.
I don't think fame is necessarily a good indicator, but
not indicator, but like it doesn't make it worth watching for,
But yeah. Mila Kunis, Ashton Kutcher,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty good. Are you guys good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Alright, I think you know what? I'll slap an 8 on it. I think it was thoroughly entertaining. I think there was some very cool, deeper moments, and it was pretty great. It was pretty fun, pretty great, pretty good. So yeah, it crosses the line for me. How about you, Zach?
I'm going to give it a 9.
Whoa.
Nice.
I think this movie rules. I really do. I think it's awesome. I was just so shocked by it, and it just fired on all cylinders for me. So yeah, I'll give it a 9. Hell yeah.
I'm sticking an 8 on it. I'm there with Liam. That was very solid stuff.
News chat. Emmys. We had the Emmys. We had
We did.
some cool wins.
Good job on the Instagram story. I enjoyed that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Luke made me do that.
Did he?
Was something posted? I didn't.
Yeah, just like the pit. I just reposted like one of the things from
The pit team. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I won it with them when I saw that. You know, I feel like I put
thought
in the
you
hard.
were
I put
on
in the hard
stage.
work, spreading the. As the sole person who spread the word of the pit throughout this social group, I feel like
Yeah, you did
that win
actually.
was partly mine as well. Yeah.
Right. I wouldn't have put that up if you didn't spread it, the information. So that's
The
true.
butterfly
Butterfly
effect,
effect. Yeah. But yeah, the pit won best drama series, which was well deserved win.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Best comedy series, The Studio. You watched The Studio, didn't you?
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Much well deserved. There's a bit. I haven't watched any of the acceptance speeches yet, but there's a bit in The Studio, in the awards episode of The Studio, where they all thank one of the characters in the show. And I believe Jake was telling me that like everyone who accepted an award for The Studio thanks the character as well. It's to play into the bit from the show, which is hilarious. So yeah, love that. Love that. 2 great wins. 2 great shows winning. Check them both out.
Best limited or anthology series went to Adolescence. Not a whole lot of competition here. I mean, Black Mirror. I did watch like some of the season 7, 6. I don't know the recent season. I did watch like Eulogy and stuff, but I mean, I think Adolescence had crazy amount of like momentum, especially compared to.
Have any of you seen that yet?
I've seen the
Oh
first
yeah, I've
episode.
seen it. Yeah.
Oh, you seen the whole thing? Like you dug it?
Yeah. Like episode 3 is really impressive. Definitely worth it for that. It's very like technically impressive.
Oh, okay.
One shot. Yeah, it was on one shot, I think.
The entire series is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Each episode. So yeah.
You sound like the least enthused about it of anyone I've heard that's seen it, though. To be honest.
I did really like it when it came out.
Okay. It's like the one major one I feel like that like major winning one that like I missed that I want to go back and see.
Okay. Reality. We didn't. Yeah. I think we can skip reality. Best talk.
Oh god,
series.
they load a lot of crap here in the middle.
Yeah, it's kind of a bit of. Yeah. Noah won for the pit.
Hell yeah.
I was very happy.
Yeah, but surprised.
Yeah, a bit surprised because then obviously the next one you got here that Brit wins for Severance. I kind of thought that would be the direction, but Justice won. The pit beat Severance as it deserves. So I'm very happy with that.
For sure. Best, so I mean, I haven't really seen. I mean, the only other one I've seen is Bella. So Kathy Bates, Matlock, Sharon Morgan, Bad Sister. I haven't seen these other ones. Kerry Russell, The Diplomat.
Yeah,
no. Wait, what are we talking about at the moment? Actress.
Best actress.
Best actress in a drama. Yeah, I haven't seen it. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm exactly the same as you.
Yep, supporting actor Severance. Well done. Oh, freaking no one from The White Lotus got that? Come on, that's crazy.
Dude, The White Lotus didn't win a single Emmy.
Really? Did they hate The White Lotus? Like, what's going on?
I think they've won pretty decently last time, so...
Did they? Okay.
Tough competition.
Maybe they're just sick of it. Although they're clearly not sick of Severance, so... Who knows what's going on?
Yeah. I don't know what's going on over there.
Stephen Graham won Best Actor for Adolescence.
Hell yeah.
Thank God he beat Colin Farrell.
Did you hate the
Colin
Penguin?
Farrell in the Penguin.
Melody won Best Actress. Did she? Are you mad at that, or is that okay? Kristen Melody.
Look, I haven't seen any of the other shows, so like I can't cast fair judgment at all. But Kate Blanchett is on this list, and there's no fucking way that anything Kate Blanchett does can't be better than anything that just.
What was Blanchett in recently?
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer.
The Quran show. Alfonso Cuarón's show.
Yeah. Dude, I think even like the
it.
Quran isn't like the book.
Oh, sorry. No, I have not seen that. That's another one I missed. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, I remember seeing the little teaser. The teaser for that was sick. Yeah, dude, I completely forgot about that shit.
Yeah, I definitely did. But come on, Kate Blanchett. Come on.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Rashida Jones was only in one, like Mirror's like anthology. So like,
right.
Giving it to an actress in that was kind of weird.
I agree.
But Owen Cooper, he was like the kid in Adolescence, the teenager. Yeah, that definitely deserved. I mean, like the third episode is like basically all his. It's just like a interview format thing, where it's just like him and one other person, pretty much. And he's really impressive in that, so definitely, well done for that.
Nice.
What else we got? Best Actress in a Comedy, Jean Smart.
Well done to Jean. Well deserved, as always.
Yeah.
Did Abbott Elementary win anything?
No, this Quinta Brunson was against Jean Smart, but could not pull it off.
Hell yeah, Jane.
Jane is automatically happy that Jean won.
Seth Rogen, Studio.
Do they give best score for TV shows or no?
I don't think so.
No.
Unless that's it. Is that it? Because you know how they do the Creative Arts Emmys? They're different. Maybe it's in that. That's where they do like CG.
Anything,
Yeah. They do like that's where they do like best. They do visual effects and shit in that one. Like they kind of separate them. It's kind of weird.
I'll skip to Best Writing. Dan Gilroy got it for Andor.
Hell yeah.
Huge. I appreciate that like they broke their trend of just giving it to like the same couple of shows for this category because that's deserved.
Yeah, that's true.
If you dig into it, he won it specifically for the Welcome to the Rebellion episode, the episode 9, where the breakout of the Senate episode.
Oh yeah, banger.
And then we got a few more wins for some of the same. Best Writing for comedy goes to the Studio, and then limited anthology is Adolescence. Stephen Graham helped write that with Jack Thorne.
I think I heard him say that he wrote it not because his son was engaging in the content, but like because his kids were like, I think he was just aware of like what's going on online because of his kids' age and all that, and like it's like he actually like he wrote it knowing about like what is going on.
Right.
So like respect to him.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. So yeah, I mean you can't be mad. It's pretty. Seems like pretty decent.
We've done that for another year.
So, yeah.
Did they do talk shows in Emmys? Is that a thing?
Yeah,
we skipped past that shit.
Yeah, who won it? Because I'm curious. After like, because Kimmel was just like pulled from the air or some shit like that. And,
Stephen Colbert won it.
And wasn't Colbert like recently pulled from the air as well?
Yeah, no, he's being cancelled, but he's running through mid next year, I think. But
right.
it is, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is, I mean, I assume that's why he won, right? I don't know. Like maybe he's won before. I don't know.
question. What is your... Oh, I didn't get the question stuff. I should have done that. Our question was, what is your favorite theory? Because, the butterfly effect is based on the kind of chaos theory. So yeah, just a general, worldly, like, science kind of question. Luke gave a disappointing answer. Einstein theory is cool, but the enjoyment you might get out of it is relative.
Ha. That's fine.
It's a good one. It's a good, funny one, dude. Good dad joke there. But yeah, surely Luke has like some like string theory shared or something he did in his degree.
Yeah, I must admit, like, considering we basically conceived of this question for Luke and he gave the most disappointing answer, I don't disagree with that.
I mean, we'll just say he said relativity. That's close enough.
Yeah.
Andy says, well, okay. Now I know what it's like to like, determinism theory. Anything I do never goes my way, and I feel like whatever my... Wait, can I read this? Hold on.
Yeah, no, I think it's okay. I've read it. I think it's okay. But
I feel like whatever my parents did in my past probably affected my free will, and now I'm slowly digesting away my boring lifestyle for many years to come. Not my favorite theory, but it's one I'm familiar with. Okay. Tony Leung / Leo DiCaprio's character in both Eternal Affairs and The Departed are great examples of this. Right, like the parents affecting. Yeah, okay. As I follow up, I thought this might be a great time to share my actual favorite inspirational quote from Question of the Week 2 weeks ago. Events change men, but men do not change events. From Shadow in Internal Affairs 3.
I love it.
Interesting.
That's a great quote.
Yeah, it is very determinist, very realistic. But what's your guys' favorite theories? Do you guys have anything interesting?
Fitzy, we got more answers, bro. I don't know.
What? Oh, from YouTube. Oh, goddamn.
And they're long.
Wow. Okay. I need to find it. I think it's something to talk amongst yourself for 30 seconds while I find the YouTube comments.
These answers are very good, by the way. They're like they're coming to the party, answering the question as we conceived of it and hoped. So I'm very pleased with the answers, but it's just funny that poor Fitzy didn't have them ready, so he's now got to like pull them up and then he's going to have to read them, which he's now learning. I basically have an aneurysm every week when I try and read. So.
I've got them now. Zach, thanks.
Excellent.
That was good.
Okay.
Yeah, that was
okay.
You filled up the time really well. So
thank you.
Julie says, on the topic of theories, the health belief model is a psychological framework explaining that people's health behaviors are based on their perceptions of health threats, perceived susceptibility and severity, and the potential benefits and barriers of taking action, alongside their belief in their ability to succeed, self-efficacy, and external prompts, cues to action. When I say it like in a different accent, it's like brackets, developed in the 1950s, the model predicts individuals will take preventive action if they believe they are at risk. The consequences are serious, the action will be beneficial, the barriers are manageable, and they have the confidence to act. Key components of the health belief model. The HBM is comprised of 6 key constructs that influence health behaviors. Here's a few. Perceived susceptibility, an individual's belief that they are personally vulnerable to a particular illness or health condition. Perceived severity, and an individual's belief about the seriousness of the potential negative consequences or of a disease or health condition. Perceived benefits, and individual's belief in the positive outcomes or effectiveness of a particular health action in preventing or treating an illness. Okay. So I was actually privy to this answer, and basically what it is, I'll give an example. It's like, if you're, I want to cut, energy drinks out because I don't want my teeth to like rot or whatever. So if there's a strong enough like perceived, if there's enough perceived bad, then there's a then that can actually affect like the behavior. You know, that's basically what it is. Like if you believe enough in the negative consequences of like continuing something, then you'll actually change your, you know, health behavior thing. So that's what that is.
That makes sense. I like that.
Leanne's favorite theory. Okay, there are so many great theories out there, but one worth discussing is the wonderful Freudian slip. Oh yeah, I was actually thinking about this today. The Freudian slip is something also known as a slip of the tongue. The theory is named after the renowned neurologist and psychoanalyst Sigmund Freud. Freud was born in Austria in 1856 and died in 1939. Yeah, little fact there. He's considered to be the founder of psychoanalysis. Freud believed that much of our thinking is suppressed within our subconscious because some of our thoughts are considered unacceptable by societal standards. As such, these thoughts sometimes escape by mistake. This can happen via our dreams or through our speech. Examples of Freudian slips include calling a new partner by the name of your ex or saying something like glad to beat you instead of glad to meet you. These verbal mistakes are thought to reveal a person's true, often hidden or unconscious thoughts and feelings. However, it is also acknowledged that other factors such as being distracted or exhausted can also be causes for these slips of the tongue. That's it for the week. Keep up the great work, team. Smiley face.
Thank you, Leanne, and well done, Fitzy.
Oh, thank you. I like the Freudian slip. I like, you know, people dismiss Freud, you know, because he was like, you know, the founder of psychoanalysis or whatever. So, and basically like the idea that like everything can be blamed on like parents or whatever, like people disagree with that. But I mean, I think there is something to, you know, the id, the ego, the subconscious. I mean, he kind of like pioneered that whole fucking, you know, that whole way of thinking. So Freud cannot be easily dismissed, you know. But yeah, what's your favorite theory, guys? You can answer me now. Sorry, I've gone through all the steps.
Yeah, I know. So I was just laughing so much because I'm like, Fitzy can understand my misery for 1 week. My misery. That sounds extreme. No. My favorite theory, man, I had to go with. I'm just a believer in this so much. Is cultivation theory, and that is essentially. So it came from what's this guy's name? It came from this dude, and it like started with TV originally, because this guy was around in like the early 1900s, and he's a scientist, you know, like all these dudes. But basically, the idea is that from his point of view, you got to be careful what TV you watch, because if you watch too much TV, it affects the way you think. You know, what you see, what you put into your brain shapes your worldview and all this kind of shit, you know? So basically, he's just like, you got to separate. It's like the whole herd mentality sort of thing where, you know, you can't let societal entertainment or views that are presented on the news, if you will, affect your own personal mindset and your own views, your own autonomy and all that. So anyway, that's where it came from originally. But this, as it applies to everything we consume these days, digitally, social media, YouTubes, podcasts like this, you know, I'm sure we cultivate many terrible mindsets amongst youth out there on this show. So yeah, no, I believe in this a lot. And, you know, it sounds kind of obvious, and it kind of is. But I genuinely think there's not enough awareness of this in society, to be honest. I don't think people have enough self-awareness in general. And I'm sounding like I'm just calling out like society, which I guess I kind of am. But I don't know. I feel like there's people who just scroll TikTok all day or whatever, and then they just kind of have no understanding of like how this shit affects their brain. And I don't know. That's a belief I have. So that's why cultivation theory is my favorite theory. Thank you for listening.
I think most, to counter your point on that last TikTok comment, I think most people that do doom scroll TikTok are aware of the shitifying of their brain.
I don't agree. I really don't. I'm not saying none do. I don't think most do.
I think most do. I think most people. I like not that they acknowledge it enough to like care, or like not that they acknowledge it in like a significant way, but they're like I think most people. I mean, like you open up the app and like every third video is about like how like how it is running your brain, like that user's brain, and it's like, oh, I used to be able to think like this, and now I can't critically think or whatever.
But see, the thing with that is that like, that's your algorithm as well. Like,
mm.
I don't know. Like, I could be totally wrong. Like, we need a survey or something. It's like, and like a survey wouldn't be satisfactory because how can you really truly be honest in that way? But I don't know. I don't know. I don't agree. I think if you think about the general population of everyone, like especially like the kids
actually,
these days,
dude, last night coming home on the train from the footy and just looking to like the left and the right of like the the late 30s, early 40s people around you, and they're on Facebook and they're just scrolling through AI footy memes.
Yes.
Oh my.
Yes.
God.
100%.
No, you're 100% right.
Like, I'm not even. This sounds like super. I don't know, like up ourselves or something. I don't know. This is going to sound weird, but I genuinely think that there's something to be said for like our age group is probably the most self-aware. I think when you're talking about anyone who's grown up on this shit now, or who is growing up on this shit now, like 15 and younger, let's say, I'm just throwing that out there, and then you're also talking about those people. You're talking about like the 40 pluses, like where this stuff is new to them. Like, they didn't grow up on it, but they've adopted it. I really don't think they really know. I really don't.
Dude, like, oh, it was so miserable last night watching this woman download like 3 different face swap apps and download the same photo 4 times, trying to face swap with AI this one guy from the photo with like another guy from the footy. And I'm like, oh my fucking God. And then she goes to ChatGPT and she goes, what's a face swap app? And then she's like, oh my God. And then she's like looking at, like, oh my God, it was so painful. But I watched for 30 minutes.
Yeah, I think we are in this unique time period of people our age where we remember, like, our youth, you know what I mean? Like, us pre the age of 10, let's say, like, we didn't really engage in social media prior to that time. It wasn't quite there yet for us.
Yeah.
In the way it is now, right? But
right. What did Instagram come in, like 2010 or something? So
2014. Oh, I mean, I don't. 2014 is when I got engaged, but I think it was like 2012. Instagram. Is that right? 2010 sounds like early, doesn't it?
Yeah. Maybe. But okay. Regardless of the specifics, though, like, do you agree though? Like, we had a childhood under the age of 10 that was free of scrolling
no social
devices,
media,
right?
Yeah.
I think so. So we're in this interesting time period where we can remember that. But then it came in, it came in during our teen years, which is the perfect years to become attached to it. So we're attached to it, but we have the remembrance of it beforehand. So we kind of, I don't know. I think it makes us this interesting level of self-aware.
Like, if you can remember playing in the street, then you're fine.
Right. Whereas,
that can't
like,
play in the street, no. They don't know that any.
And I think that's a lot of kids these days, to be honest. So.
Right. Is cultivation theory just about like media consumption? Is that like the main angle?
Yeah, it is. It is. Like, so the main angle of God, I should have scared the guy's name. Where is he? George Gerbner. He founded it, and his whole angle was television at the time.
Right.
In the 60s and 70s. Yeah.
Jaden, any theories?
I don't know. I don't even know if mine classifies as a theory. I don't know. I don't really give a shit about theories. I think maybe I don't know. I'm sure if I looked into it, there'd be something interesting. I just went to architecture because that's what I know. But then also I didn't remember much because I was just searching this up like fucking an hour ago. I think like the most basic one that I think is pretty good is well, you see, I think theories in architecture aren't so much theories as like you call them architecture theory, but they're just like practice more so. But like it's just form follows function, which just basically it just says that the shape and the design of your building is like primarily should be influenced by like what it's used as. It's like if you're building a school, then it has to look like X and Y. You don't build a school the same way that you would build a shopping center because that's not the function of the thing. But you can, but you shouldn't. So form follows function. It's probably like one of the more important ones.
I would like to go to a school that feels like a shopping center.
Nah, because shopping centers are designed to make you feel depressed. So you buy things to be happy.
Really?
True.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it.
That's why they're all like closed off and like they're kind of like you don't really think about it too much, but like just like imagine yourself in like I don't know, like a Warm Pond shopping center, for example. It is. It's not a friendly place. Like especially in like that passage between like Kmart and then like, that link to the other side. It is not like a good place to be.
I find malls like unpleasant because of that.
And like even if you look at like the dressed up ones in like Melbourne, like Chatty or High Point, like the newer ones, they make an effort to make you feel better because I think people started cluing into it, or like not people, but like people like theorists started cluing into it. Like if you look at the old High Point versus new High Point, it's way different. Like old High Point still feels miserable, but even new High Point, it feels like a phony sense of like warmth. There's dark wood tones here and there, but then there's just like still these like vast distances, and it's just like kind of like I don't know. It's it's interesting.
That is very interesting because you can literally in the High Point example, you can literally just walk from one to the other and experience the difference.
I don't know if you like. I don't know how often you wander into like the old food court there, but it's a shithole.
Yes. Yes. You're talking about like the pure like sort of circle one, like the circular one. Yeah, man. Agreed.
So form follows function. You don't want to go to school that way. So.
Right. Also, like casinos, they develop them very, no corners, very like smooth, very round, and there's like patterns on the floor to like keep you lost in the casino.
You see, that's not so much form follows function, but that is like psychology and architecture, which is really interesting. Like this guy did a video about the like the psychological effects of the designs of like reality TV houses. So like the Big Brother house, like the Love Island house, or like whatever like that is. And like it's really interesting that like if you look at like the Big Brother house, like how like there's so many jagged edges and there's like partitions and walls that are constantly there to drive like competition and like division. And, like even like just like painted on the floor or like like you're never made to feel comfortable. It's all like sharp edges. And then like with the Love Island house, it's like the opposite where like everything's rounded and like it forces you to be with other people. Like all the seats are designed to be bigger but less so that you have to sit on these seats with other people so that you get closer with them and stuff like that. So like psychology and architecture is interesting. I'm not sure if there's like a theoretical name for it, but like that is there probably is. I don't know, social construction theory or some shit. Like who knows?
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really have. I mean, there's cognitive dissonance. That's technically a theory. Pretty established. The idea that you can unknowingly hold fundamentally conflicting cognitions. I mean, psychological theory is very interesting to me, but like the theory of everything is kind of something I was very interested in as a teenager, I guess, or a kid even. The theory that you could like have an equation that explains all like physics is like that's kind of what every physicist kind of wants to solve these days. They want to combine relativity and quantum mechanics, like big and small, because like basically what happens in physics is like they're basically like completely divided. So like there's all this information in terms of like gravity and space-time on a large scale, and there's the quantum scale where you have a bunch of weird shit happening, and they haven't been able to combine them yet. And people thought Stephen Hawking might do it, but he didn't really do it. So
too much time on an island, not enough time in the lab.
Too much recreation, man. But yeah, hopefully maybe one day there'll be the next Hawking, next Einstein, he'll solve that. Or maybe it's unsolvable. Who knows? Maybe they'll like prove that it's unsolvable or something.
That'd be sick.
Like the fundamental construction of the universe is like unknowable. You know.
Yes, and they prove that. That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean that. Yeah. I mean, I guess it's. I don't know. I have no idea if it is provable, but it's either provable or the equation is there. The proof is the actual idea. The meshing is there, but I don't know. It's interesting. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Next week we're doing how to drain your dragon, how to train your dragon, the hidden world. Number 3. No one's seen it. No one in the world has seen this movie.
No one in the world ever.
No, there's no proof.
The film.
Yep. We have never spoken to anyone who's seen it, so pretty much no one's seen it. But yeah, it's on Foxtel, I believe. You can rent it. Yeah. Finishing the franchise, the animated franchise. So
I'm excited.
Should be good.
I'm excited to finally get to contribute to Metacritic in a significant way, being the first person to ever review a film. We're going to shape the discussion, the discourse.
Do we have to apply to get our scores on Metacritic? Like, do we just do you just get like notoriety and they like add you on there? Like, how does that work?
I assume at some point you have to apply, right?
You have to apply. Okay.
I think so.
I don't know.
Unless you're like massive. Yeah. Unless you're like an established, fucking, article website or something.
Hey, we are in the top 10 movies.
Yeah,
true.
Maybe we aim for Rotten Tomatoes first, and then if they accept us, then we apply for Metacritic.
Build.
Yeah, it's not bad. We do have a question of the week, though.
Oh yeah, true. Forgot about that. Question of the week. What a great question is being asked this week. What creature would you train? So how to train your ex? It could be a mythical creature, it could be a real creature. How to train your lemur, fucking meerkat. How to train your what's like another myth? Loch Ness monster. Whatever. What would be your thing? So this is an opportunity for creativity.
I think it goes to show you that the name "How to Train Your Dragon" is good because like the other ones just don't roll off your tongue. How to train how to train your snake.
Yeah, how to train your minotaur. Like I hear it's weird.
Yeah, there's something to that. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me, guys. Yeah.
No problem. Pleasure.
His hands off. It's anxiety free.
Zach forgets that he has to end the episode.
I don't have to end it. I'm not hosting. Oh, I have to click to end it.
Yeah.
No, I actually did. Yeah. Is that? Can I do that now? Are you done?
Yeah, thanks for watching. Yeah, it's over. Yeah, it's all over.
Cool.
It's stretch over.
Cool.